This is a bandsaw. And the reason it's called a bandsaw is there are two wheels, one at the top and one down below, that has a flexible steel band that's actually a saw blade in it. And as we rotate it, we see that the teeth are moving down into the table to hold the workpiece against the table. Not only does this machine allow you to cut curves on a piece, but it also gives us the ability to cut them at an angle. I can tip this table to 45 degrees and cut a curve on an angle. This is commonly used with compound fixtures, and that's probably going to be done in Woods 3. So we'll get it back to 0. This item right here is called the blade guide, and when we release the knob in the back, we can take it literally from the table up 4.5 inches or 5 inches, and you can see the flexible steel blade as it moves around as it cuts. On our blade guide, there are 2 ball bearings on either side of the blade, and there's a ball bearing in back of the blade so that the blade does not push back. Okay, the reason these are ball bearings is so that the blade maintains coolness and doesn't take on any additional heat from making a turn. So when we set this up to run apart, we take our piece, and everybody will tell you that you want to be about 3/8 to 1/2 inch. Well, experience has taught me my finger is about 3/8 of an inch to 1/2 inch thick. So I use a finger as my guide for clearance. And I'm going to draw just a simple curved pattern on our part. When we use this saw, we want to cut on the scrap side of our pattern, because we'll later go to a spindle sander and we will actually sand our curve in. When we turn this on, our on and off is a push button. On the top it says start, and on the bottom it says stop. You push start, you feed the part into the scrap, and you follow your scrap, or you follow your line in the scrap to complete your cut. You never let go of the stock completely. The thinner the blade, the tighter the curve you can cut. We have 4 bandsaws in the shop, 5 bandsaws in the shop. 4 of them are this size, and we have 1 large one that we use for resawing. And I'm purposely not cutting this very close at this point because we're going to show you how it works in a spindle sander. When you finish cutting, you make sure that you hang on to your workpiece and the scrap until the blade stops moving. It is unsafe to walk away from this machine as long as the blade is moving. Now that our blade has come to a stop, I can take my scrap and I can take my workpiece, and I'm ready to go on to the next operation.